What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? It's good stuff. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of this topic, I want to touch on something real quick so we can clear the air. I want to let you know that reproduction cartridges and compilations, I have no problem with them. As long as they're used properly and they're used as they're intended to be, in my opinion. This is one where I will force that upon you. Then there's no problem with it. You know, as long as you're not trying to do something dirty or scummy. If you're the type of person that would make a reproduction of Musha and sell it as original to make some serious financial gain over Kaka, then you're a dirtbag, and that's really all there is to it. But I own some reproductions. These two here I had made by my buddy Johnny. Actually, all three were made by Johnny Mono, but I knew I would never be able to get these in my hands. One, because I refused to pay the money they command for, and two, they're just scarce. I mean, let's face it, a lot of these things are getting really, really tough to get your hands on, especially the stuff that didn't have a large production run. And you will also notice that, bam, they don't look anything like the originals, aside from just being on an Atari cartridge. It was designed that way on purpose. I don't want anyone to look at this and think it's the original. If God forbid I should ever have to try to get rid of something like this, these would probably just be tossed in for free because, yeah, they're not original. They have the game on them, and it's original hardware as far as Atari cartridge goes, but they're purposely designed to let people know that this is not original. This is a reproduction, and it's for fun only. Whereas with this Famicom cartridge, this was a golf game, I believe, but he put on it's the Japanese version of Monster Party that never came out, period, whether here or in the States. I can only assume because of licensing issues. I mean, they had a lot of intellectual properties put on this game, and then when it finally did get released in the States, they revamped a whole lot of that. When I found the ROM was out there, I really wanted it on a Famicom cart, and my buddy Johnny Mono was able to, pass forward that skill of his and hook me up. And as you see, I mean, it says it right there, plain as day, not original. This was made by the super duper rad Johnny Mono. Now that I've gone on a 2.5-minute rant about that, let's talk about re-releases. I have a couple, but this was just available for me to grab. A lot of people were like, well, what's the point? Well, again, same idea as those. The Mega Man cartridges command a lot of money. And for people who don't have the money, don't have the desire to run out and try to find all these games, this is a great option. Especially for, say, a kid in his, he's 11, 12, 14 years old. He didn't grow up with an NES, so he didn't have the experience of these. Sure, he could seek out the original stuff, but chances are he has a 3DS. This is a great option to experience it, I only have 2 Mega Man cartridges, and I don't care to seek out any others. So, if I wanted to play Mega Man 6, there it is, right there. So, I see the point in all of this, and I wanted to make sure you understood that before I start. I guess in a way I'm going to kind of puke on this thing, though I am a live and let live kind of guy. If you want to buy this, by all means, if it's something that makes you happy, do it. But as I was, perusing the internet, this came across my eyeballs, and I read it 4 times. Scratching my head going, why? Really? And let me just readjust the camera and we'll read the page. And I'll give you my thoughts on it and understand why I'm actually making this video. Because, again, I'm not trying to puke on something. I just don't understand it. And if you could shed some light on that, please, down below, by all means. So let me readjust this camera. Okay, so here's the website in case it's something that you are actually interested in. I just wanted to point out a few things real quick. We won't spend a lot of time on here, but it's a website called I Am 8-Bit. They're a UK store. Apparently they also have a Japanese store. But, Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Edition for $100. Wow. Now, I understand there's brand new packaging, and they're tossing a whole bunch of stuff in there. And, of course, cartridges cost money, and time costs money, and they have to be recompensated for their efforts. But it's the idea of spending $100 on this whole thing that's really eluding me. So Street Fighter 2 30th Anniversary Edition. Nowhere on here do they say it's an official Capcom product, though Capcom's label is here, and it is noted down here that, and I will quote, that Capcom and I Am 8-Bit fist bumped to create this Ultra premium throwback relic. So there's only going to be 5,500 of them, 1,000 of which aren't going to look like this. They're going to be a translucent cartridge that glows in the dark. And they're going to randomly throw them all into a box without labeling them, and it's kind of a crapshoot. You know, you'll either get the red one or you'll get the super duper rare transparent one. Now, if I were to get this, I'd want the red one anyway. It looks nicer to me. So it's brand new. Okay, super. I hope so for $100. Comes with a nifty box with bells and whistles. Premium instruction booklet, because we don't know how to play this game yet. Retro packing supplies. This is pretty neat. They're going to throw some random bits and bobs that are retro in there. It could be pencils and buttons for all I know. Maybe you'll get a muscle figure. But whatever few little things that they could throw into this box on top of all the other stuff, they're going to throw in there. So they're kind of encouraging you to open the box. So, I mean, there's an excitement factor on which cartridge am I going to get and what cool little retro ditties am I going to get. So I kind of dig that. I understand that part. I'm glad that they give credit for the artwork, as every artist should have their name highly prominently displayed to give credit for their work. And it's manufactured by a company called REPRODUCTION Games, who I know nothing about. So they just go on to talk about there's going to be X amount of cartridges that are red, some are glow in the dark. Okay, that's cool. And this is where they officially talk about, you know, we got the okay from Capcom, though I'm not calling this an official release because nowhere on here does it say official release from Capcom. Capcom just basically gave them their blessing. A nifty little commercial for the original game, in case you forget what it looks like. 30th anniversary Street Fighter badge, as well as a Legacy Collection cartridge badge, which apparently is from this company, REPRODUCTION. Maybe they have a whole line of these. I don't know. I know nothing about it. But if you look up here, it says brand new playable SNES cartridge with a nice little star right there. And this is beautiful. I'm sure this is just a random, just cover your ass kind of warning, but this really cracked me up. Warning, use of this reproduction cartridge, the product, on SNES gaming hardware, blah, blah, blah. The console may overheat and catch fire. The SNES hardware is deemed a vintage collectible, so please exercise extreme caution when using this product. And make sure there's a fire extinguishing equipment nearby. So that's amazing. I really like that it could burn down your house. So I guess here's my question. I don't want to belittle anybody's tastes, because if this is something that you would be happy to own, even at $100, by all means, to me a definition of a good deal is when both parties are happy with the exchange, you know? I just don't understand it. Is this something that you would be interested in? And if so, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if there's something I'm missing here. To me, I see a reproduction cartridge that anyone can make. Yes, it has a fancy box, and that would cost a little bit more to make, but it's possible for you to make that as well. And you can make one of one, so you'd have a super rare version. Though it's not, it doesn't have the Capcom blessing. But I guess my question at the end of the day is, have we gotten to that point where people are willing to spend $100 on a reproduction cartridge? I can't say that word enough. A reproduction. They even use the word right here. Use of this reproduction game cartridge. That you can, you know, are we at that point where people are willing to spend $100 on a reproduction game that everyone can probably get their hands on for under $10? So I'm missing something here. Though I think it's pretty cool. Would I do it? No. One, because I don't have the $100 to spend on something like this. And two, apparently I'm not a Street Fighter 2 fan. And I would rather play it on the Genesis anyway. The clock speed, I think it's called. The processor in the Genesis is a little faster. And in my opinion and many others, this game plays a little smoother than the SNES version does. Though we can debate that all day long, and controllers and what have you. So guys, thanks as always for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I truly do. Go ahead and leave feedback down below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback is positive to the Creep. And yeah, let me know what you think of this. I mean, it's neat. I'm not going to lie. But I don't know. I just think it's pointless. And to spend $100 on something like this, Street Fighter 2, is I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. So guys, as you know, again, thanks as always for watching. And until next time, take care. And bye-bye.
Hey
Hey, what's up, folks? The Creep here. Thank you, as always, so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe for more. You can follow The Creep on social media, and feel free to reach out at any time here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Creep would love to hear from you. And as always, thank you, take care, and bye-bye.